Here's the next car flip, a Vauxhall Corsa found for sale on Facebook Marketplace. The car does have some damage on the front wing and I have 24 hours to fix it and flip it for a profit.
Oh hi, yeah, I've arrived to see the Corsa. Yeah. Nice to meet you, man.
The first thing I checked was the coolant to see if the oil and coolant is mixing at all. The oil and coolant isn't mixing, but the coolant is quite low. I then checked the oil cap for any sludge or gunk to make sure that the head gasket isn't going. I checked the engine oil level and then checked for any oil leaks. The car passed all the checks and we topped up the coolant, so now it's time to go for the test drive.
Mechanically it's absolutely fine. I said she was using it 2 weeks ago. With our daughter in it.
A little bit worried about is obviously coolant being low. Could be a leak somewhere or something.
Nice time to negotiate on the price because the car may have a coolant leak.
You know, 1,000?
She advertised it for 1,500, I think.
I offered 1,200.
That's the lowest she said she'll go.
Absolute best that I could probably do on the car is 1,100 right now. Transfer the money and everything. I'll ask her and see what she says. I did say the best I could do is 1,100 if you're able to do that or not.
No, only because someone has offered 1,300.
Yeah.
So, but obviously I wanted to give you a chance to...
Yeah. Well, about 1,150 then, meet in the middle. Take it now, no headache.
Okay, fine.
We agreed on a price and I bought the car for £1,150. So I've just bought a damaged car from Facebook Marketplace to do it up and flip it for a profit. So the damage on this car isn't too big, but it's a little dent in the front wing. The car is HPI clear. I've also bought a new wing, as you guys can see in the back. So let me show you the damage. So it's a 2011 Vauxhall Corsa with 64,000 miles on the clock. As you can see, there's some damage on this front wing. So I've bought a new wing. So we're going to change the wing today. Also, there's a scratch down here. There is also a scratch on the rear bumper. So let's get started and put the new wing on because I only have 24 hours to fix and flip this car for a profit. Luckily, there's a wing for sale in my area in the right colour, so I bought it the same day I bought the car. With the wheel now off, let's get the front bumper off. The next thing to do is to remove the screws at the bottom of the bumper. And with all the screws out, I can now get the front bumper off. And then disconnect the fog lights and the sensor on the front bumper. The next thing to do is to loosen all the bolts that hold the wing to the car. There's also another two 10mm down here, but I'm gonna have to get the wire brush on them so I can get them off. Is that just dirt or is that welded? I'm using my 10mm spanner to loosen the bolts and thank God they weren't welded on. The last thing to do is to remove the arch liner so I can get access to all the other bolts. Alright, so this wing's out. There you go. Got the old wing off and it's time to put the new one on. This little plastic thing makes it quite difficult to get the new wing in. Let's get this new wing fitted so we can put this car for sale as soon as possible. The wing's now on the car, so let's put everything back together. And the colour match is perfect. You couldn't even tell that the wing's been changed. Let's start off by putting the headlight back in. With the headlight now in, it's time to put the front bumper back on. So I'm reconnecting the fog lights and the sensor on the front bumper. Everything's been put back together. Let's close the bonnet and see how everything lines up. Right, so that's perfect. Literally, look at that line there. That line there is perfect. Yes, guys. It actually looks so much better now. Look at that. Now we've got to get the wheel on, drop the car down. So I've put the car back together, the wing's now on, and you couldn't even tell that the wings have been changed. As you can see, all the panel gaps literally line up like factory, and you can't even tell that it's been changed. And when I open the door, nothing rubs or anything like that, and it literally just looks factory. So the next thing to do is to give the car a nice clean and put it up for sale. This one should be a quick flip. Now it's time to give the car a polish to bring the paintwork back to life. Car's now complete. This is how the car's turned out, and it's turned out pretty well, to be honest. This one's just a quick flip. It doesn't really need too much work apart from changing the front wing, and that's about it really. And these little scratches are kind of blended in now. and the car looks a lot better now. So I should be able to make a decent amount of profit on this one. I listed the car for sale on Facebook Marketplace and Gumtree, and I got flooded with messages. So the guy and his dad messaged me to come see the car at 8 o'clock at night. And it's quite a funny story because that same day they bought a car from Facebook Marketplace, and the car that they bought didn't even make it home. So the car they bought was a run-up clear and the head gasket went on the way home. But luckily the seller who sold them the car gave them a refund. So they needed the car as soon as possible because the one that they just bought had broke down. So they came to see the Corsa I was selling, we went on a test drive, they liked it and left a deposit on the car. So the next day they came and they collected the car. So I managed to sell this car within 24 hours of putting it up for sale. So a quick breakdown, I bought the car for £1,150. I paid £50 for the wing that I bought from Facebook, and the car sold for £1,800, so I made £600 profit in total. So that's not too bad for a 24-hour car flip. If you're liking the car flipping content, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that bell so you're notified when the next video drops.